welcome back to my channel, Learn Smart Coding. In this video, we're going to talk about how to get this deployment done for your Azure web app that you created. Back on the screen, on the portal, if you go to that website and go to the overview, you can see all this information. Down under the deployment setting, click on the deployment center. So it's going to show you the deployment center settings here. So source, you can choose one of the source. You have various source like GitHub, Bitbucket, local GitHub, and also the Azure repos and other stuff. So we're going to choose the GitHub now, and here what I'm going to do is going to authorize my website. So I have a GitHub URL called Learn Smart Coding, and there I'm going to authenticate myself. And once I authenticate, Azure is able to pull up all the repository under that GitHub location. So here I'm choosing the organization, and there are 4 repositories which will list here. I'm going to choose the .NET Restaurant API, which is what you're seeing on the screen. I'll give you all the details in the description, and I'm choosing the branch main, which is the only branch. And if I click on save, settings are getting deployed, and if you see, it's connected to the repository. How do I see this? If I go and click on the logs, you can see the deployment has already initiated, right? So the deployment has initiated with the code that is already sitting under the GitHub URL under the username Learn Smart Coding. So let's go to the overview and let's refresh and see how the deployment is happening. So this is the URL. If I open up that URL, once the deployment is ready, what will happen is the code that was built under that project will get deployed into our app service. So let's go back and see whether it is completed. It is still running. All right, after a few minutes, the deployment got succeeded. You can see the success status here. Now if I open up that website and reload this, you can see it is going to load the application that was deployed here. So I'm going to go to the Swagger URL, and you can see the Swagger page coming up, which means our code has got deployed. Now what happens to the CI/CD process, the continuous deployment? It's nothing but if something changes happen to the main branch under that repository, right? What will happen is the deployment that we got sent up will recognize, and then it will kick in a new deployment progress. So I'm going to the one of the file under the controller, like tools controller. Here what I'm going to do is I'm going to uncomment this, which means I'm making a change to the repository under the main branch. So I'm going to copy everything and uncomment this. I'm going to uncomment everything, and I'm going to save this file and commit to the main branch itself. So commit the changes under the main branch. I committed the change. If you go back to the portal and go to the deployment settings, you see and refresh this page, you can see a new thing kicked in. You see this? It's automatically kicked in. That's what called the continuous deployment and integration. So after a few minutes, I'm going to refresh this and see how it is loaded. This is also success. If I refresh the existing page, which was deployed with the new code, you can see a new controller coming up, which we uncommented, right? A tools controller. Here you go. You got this. So whenever changes happens, it's going to kick in and deploy the new one, which we will always have a latest deployment done on our web app. All right. In next video, we are going to talk about how to do a manual auto scaling. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe my channel, like it, share it, comment it, and never forget to click on the bell icon.